I'm the president of the Blessed Sacrament Church Society of St. Vincent de Paul, and I'm also the vice president of the Wichita Council of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. So basically what we do is we try to generate funds, to help poor people. It's really a kind of a person-to-person type of work. I think last year, in fiscal year, I think we had about 500 plus people call the church asking for help.
I've known John probably since about 2009 or so. I think personality-wise, he is one of those people that completely makes you feel comfortable.
He's very humble. He's very thoughtful, whether it's something very simple like remembering what kind of cookie you like and bringing it to the meeting, or something large like remembering an anniversary of a death in your family. If you try to ask John something about himself, but somehow it gets turned around and all of a sudden you're talking about you. And he's very good at that.
Each person has a story, and it's interesting to find out what that story is. One thing I didn't mention that we do is we take meals to poor families at Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving. It's people, that maybe won't have a very good meal otherwise. We also help people down in the Hilltop neighborhood through the Dear Neighbor program of Catholic Charities. We do different things. We go down to St. Anthony's Family Shelter and we make a hot breakfast once a month.
It's mostly children that we're feeding, and it's so much fun. John and I were walking around with a plate of bacon, and a little boy said, "Oh, can I have another piece of bacon? I love bacon." I was like giving him the whole pound of bacon. He was so excited. That's one of the things we do, and John is always our guiding light of what are we going to serve this time? How is this going to work?
When he would start one more of these things and he would come to our meeting and we would have all these things going on and everybody was so busy, and John would say, "Well, what more can we do?" And I was like, "John, you're scaring." And then I realized, that's what he's done for me. He's made me realize you can do more. It's just you do it together. John comes from a giving background. His father was a field director for the American Red Cross starting in 1948, and the family moved all around the country wherever his job was with the Red Cross. His mother never drove. They lived across from the VA hospital, and she was a Red Cross volunteer and walked over there. I think she had thousands, something like 25,000 hours by the time she passed away at age 93.
What's the most rewarding part about all the work that you do?
I just think seeing other people get involved and maybe kind of even growing, maybe people who were shy about helping, or maybe like I used to be lazy about helping, and to see them grow in that and to kind of get involved and doing more and more things and taking on stuff, I'd say that's one of the best things.
A hero to me is somebody like John who steps up wherever they see a need and maybe put their own interests aside for the moment and say, I'm gonna help you, even though it might be a hardship for me. I'm gonna do it.
I was trying to figure out if I could call you back and say, I don't think I deserve this, and I don't know if I want to do this because I don't like to draw attention to myself. But I think that I thought about it and I thought, gosh, what an honor. And in maybe some small selfish way, I was thinking that maybe the publicity that we might get out of this might help our organization and maybe inspire others to try to get involved.
There's that phrase, what would Jesus do? Well, what would John do? I think I defer to him sometimes when I'm having a difficult time trying to make a decision or something. I'll think, what would John do?